Hey guys, I had to talk to y'all, and I'm gonna put my love glasses on because it's getting bright out here. Okay, so this is your new reality, okay? Because I think that it's time. It's time that the world knows. So I ask you all to please share this video, okay? Because when you watch this video, at the end of it, then God will reveal himself, okay? God is real, Jesus is real. Jesus died for humanity. Jesus, think of him like an alien, okay? He was from some other planet. He was from not another planet, because planets are in our universe. He was from some other dimension, okay? We can't really understand that dimension because we aren't there yet. That's what happens when you die, if you believe in Jesus, okay? Which you all are after you watch this video, because you're going to witness a miracle, okay? So watch this video, share it with your friends, please share it with your enemies too. I mean, just share it around the world. It's time that the world wake up to the reality that is God, that is Jesus. He loves us all. He died for us. He came to this planet, okay? He came to humanity. Humanity in general killed him off. That's why we all should feel bad. That's why we all should feel sorry. For one, okay, humanity as a species killed the person who came to save us, okay? He came to save us because eventually this whole world is going to get destroyed. Eventually we're all going to die. If you die and you don't believe in Jesus, then you're trapped. You're trapped here on earth. You're a ghost, you're a spirit. If you do believe in Jesus, then you can get to go to this other dimension. This dimension is called heaven. Okay, it's another dimension. We can't really understand it because we're humans. We can only picture stuff as we can picture stuff, okay? But a bunch of people pictured it all in this book called The Word of God. The Word of God is what it's called. It's the Word of God. It's his message that he gave to us, so that we can know all about him, okay? Jesus is this guy this was an alien species from this other dimension. This dimension is also love. It's called, I mean, it is the same thing as love. It loves us all. People in the Word of God put that there's mansions. The streets are made of gold. Like, this is another dimension where time doesn't exist, where it is forever, okay? God made me a time traveler. I am going to disappear in 3 years. So I have a very short amount of time on this earth and time to tell you this stuff. And so that's why I want to tell you right now. But anyway, watch this video, and then at the end of it, God will reveal himself. He will either hover a googly eye in mid-air, like in front of you, to show that he is real, or he will speak in the voice of God, and he will say boo, okay, to show you that he exists. I hope that he says boo. I think that would be fun if everyone in the world could hear the voice of God. I think that would be amazing. I think that would be fun. That would be cool. That would bring validity to all the stuff I'm telling you. I tell you on my YouTube, but I tell you, like, in reality too, like, this is real. This is what millions of people all over the world already believe in, already know is real. Okay, they follow this thing because this thing actually exists, and this thing can talk to you, and this thing can float googly eyes in midair, and this thing did talk to you in this book called The Word of God. So check it out, read the Bible, find, like, there are a lot of versions because God uses different people to write his word, but the word all says the same thing, and it's all a book about this guy who came, this Jesus that became a human, and he lived and he died for us, to save us as a species and individually, to save us from this reality we call life on earth. Okay, there's life in heaven, but we gotta believe, we gotta know about Jesus, we gotta find out about him and follow him. God gave us 10 rules, okay? He didn't give us all these rules that we make up for ourselves, all these rules about marijuana, all these rules about sexuality, all these rules about whatever we make rules about. God didn't make those rules up. He didn't make the rules up about cussing. He doesn't care if we say shit. He doesn't care if we say a lot of words that we say, okay? But he doesn't want us to use his name in vain, because his name is God. His name is Jesus, okay? He doesn't want us to use them in vain, but even when we do, he figures at least they're thinking about me, you know, which is true. Like, hey, if you say, like, you know, whatever you say is just, at least you're thinking about him. There is no your way with God. There's just his way. There's just, you live the story that he made you to live, and that doesn't mean that he makes all the bad stuff happen. That doesn't mean he makes everything good happen. It just means that life happens, okay? Life is this world of, like, life for right now exists on this planet called Earth, okay? But when we die, we could go to one of two dimensions. We could either be stuck on this earth, or we could go to heaven, okay? And I want you all to go to heaven, because I have a castle with slides coming out of the windows, because that's what I believe. That's what I drew as a little kid. I drew this thing. I imagined this castle with slides coming out of the windows and all this stuff, because that's what I like. And I feel like God can actually give that to me, or anything. He can make, I have a mansion in glory. I think it's a castle with slides coming out of the windows, okay? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but that's where I'm going when I die. That's why I'm happy about my life, about my eventual demise. But the thing, I don't think I'm actually gonna die. I think that God's gonna take me in a whirlwind, because he wants to show the world he exists, okay? He's so thankful, like, not really thankful, but he's glad that we recognize his existence, a lot of us, but a lot of us also don't. A lot of us think that, oh, this thing is horrible, because it is. Like, my money, I'm super broke right now, okay? My electric bill would have bounced my bank account, but thankfully I had enough money in my kids' savings account to take a little bit out of that and put it in my bank to not bounce my checking, okay? So I have multiple sclerosis. I have a lot of pain. I pee on myself. I poop on myself. Like, this is my reality, okay? It doesn't mean everything is good. It doesn't mean everything is good in this life, but there's a flip side, okay? There's this fact that I'm in a wheelchair, and I love it. I love dancing around in my wheelchair. I think walking's overrated. Even if I could walk, I would be in a wheelchair, because I can go way farther. I can go faster. I can be buckled, so if something happens, you know, I'm, like, safer. There's a million reasons, okay? But this is reality. This is life. This is existence. I hope you enjoy. God's speaking to you. Bye.